Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us on this Monday. Today is a first alert weather day. We're talking about heat, we're talking about humidity, and we're talking about the potential for some severe storms developing later this afternoon and into our evening. Right now, taking a live look outside on our Luther Family Ford Skycam network in South Fargo. Skies are blue and conditions are quiet at this time, but things get a little bumpy as we head later out throughout the day. Now, we have a couple ingredients needed for strong and severe thunderstorms to develop. The first one is going to be moisture in our atmosphere, such as high humidity values. The next is an unstable atmosphere. And you know the atmosphere is unstable where the air near the surface is warmer than the air on higher levels of our atmosphere. And third, we need a source of lift, whether it be a cold front or a warm front, pushing through the region into that moist and unstable air, causing parcels of air to lift, condense, form clouds, and eventually form thunderstorms. So let's see how many of these we can check off for today. Moisture. Check. You're stepping outside. It's feeling hot. It's feeling sticky with our relative humidity values ranging from 49% in Grand Forks down to around 65% in Wahpeton. Roseau was a little on the drier side at this hour, but I do expect humidity values to increase throughout our afternoon. Second ingredient, heat. We have very warm air near the surface, and we still have a couple more hours of warming left to do. We're expecting temperatures in the 90s for many, and factoring in that humidity, some places it's going to feel like triple digits. Right now it's 88 degrees up in Hallock, 83 in Fargo, 88 in Jamestown as well, 83 in Bemidji. Now a look at satellite and radar shows mostly clear conditions across the valley, but if we turn on visible satellite and radar, you get a better view of this little cloud formation right here from Jamestown stretching down towards Sisseton and some higher level clouds across the southern half of North Dakota south of I-94. This is the location of a warm front. So our lifting mechanism, check 3 out of 3 boxes. So we are in a level 2 out of 5 risk for severe today in all the areas shaded in yellow. We could see an isolated severe storm in the areas shaded in dark green, and the best chance for the strongest, most severe storms is going to be out towards just east of Park Rapids and then out towards Brainerd and Duluth, so outside of our viewing area. But for our region, we're talking about an elevated threat for significantly large hail, potentially exceeding 2 inches in diameter. That's the size of a hen egg. There has been talk within the National Weather Service and Storm Prediction Center of some potentially golf ball sized hail, something we will be watching very closely throughout your afternoon. The wind threat also elevated, where we could see winds whipping and gusting between 70 and 75 miles per hour with some of these severe storms that develop. So timing things out in your hour-by-hour forecast, we're quiet for a couple more hours. Enjoy the sunshine and the heat. But as that front lifts ever so slowly to the north and runs into unstable air, we start to see thunderstorms pop. This model indicating the first cell in Stutsman County around 4 o'clock. And we can't rule out an isolated tornado threat with any of these initial storms that develop. Myself and Eric Whitehill will be chasing these storms later this afternoon, and we'll bring you the latest on what we are seeing. But here we are now, dinner time, 6:35 p.m., seeing pop-up showers and storms. Eventually, they push down to the south and east and become more of a wind threat. But hail and an isolated tornado with the initial storms that develop. Now get ready for a hot day, 80s and 90s, feeling like triple digits. But tomorrow, the hottest day of the forecast, 97 degrees. It's not a first alert weather day, but this is your first alert to hot conditions and the possibility of a storm south on Tuesday. But Brian, some good news. We cooled down into the 80s for the second half of the week, although smoke then filters back in.
So we have to go through the storms and how hot it is, and then we're going to come back, lower, but then lose.
I mean, it's a lose-lose situation, but yeah, busy in the weather department this week.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Summer.